Last week I almost died from a heat stroke. It was super hot and dry, and I was under the heat of the sun for a long time. And then I drive a motorcycle in the city on a crowded street, and I'm feeling dizzy and everything turned black. And the next thing I remember is waking up on the ground on the side of a crowded road. So I have now my farmer's hat. How's that? This one will protect me. So let's start our survival gardening update. We buy 2 more of the big gallons. Remember, before we have just a small one that was 80 liters. Now we have another one of the thing that is at least 200 liters. So we upgraded our water tank from about 800 liters to more than 1000 liters. That is really a lot. And yeah, when you run out of water and then you have another 200 liters left, that is very useful. And then Jennifer planted some watermelons here, and some more over there. And yeah, we also plant some more of the pumpkins here. Yeah, and then we wanted to clean this pumpkin plant already several times, but every time we want to clean it, we find another pumpkin. So this time we find one here. So we're not going to clean this plant for now. And the sunflowers are still there. Some of them getting dry. The seeds are already done, but we are waiting them to dry it on the plant. And some are still fresh. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 weeks we're going to cut them. And here's the lettuce. It's still growing, super slow, but still look healthy. If it's continue growing in this speed, maybe in 1 year we can eat a lettuce. And little pepper plants also growing. Then we plant some flowers here. That's the hollyhock. And some other flowers here. This one is growing very fast. That is the red pumpkin. Not pumpkin, sunflower. And then these plants are an amaranth. I've seen it before and I forget which one that was, but now it's very clearly to see. And then here we have some, I think that's a leech onion. And that's another pepper. I think that's a big pepper. That's a dill. And some parsley. Yeah, there. That's a gourd. Not sure how you call it on English. Yeah, we have 4 plants of this. This one's growing very well, and this not so well. Yeah. Here our pumpkin. That is a white Dutch pumpkin. It starts growing very fast now. It doubled its size within 1 week. Before it take very long. It was growing for maybe 6 weeks or longer. And then it was raining a bit and it grows super fast. And yeah, pumpkin is one of the plants that grows very fast once they have enough water. And here we have some more pumpkin. That's another type. I think I showed that one in the last video too. Yeah. And up here we planted a lot of them in the dry soil. And they're not doing very well. But Let's look up here where it's very dry. Very small, very small, very small, super small, almost die. Also very small. And then look at this one. I don't know what's the reason for that. When I planted them, when I put them from the small seedling pots until here, it was just all the same size, but just this one is growing super fast. I have no idea why is that reason. Yeah, and then we clean an area up there for the sunflowers, because we're going to harvest a lot of sunflower seeds soon, and we wanted to plant them all so that we get a lot more sunflower seeds. Yeah, and tomatoes are still very small, slow growing. This one already get flowers, even they're still small. And Jennifer cleaned a bit around here because some of them, they are totally not growing. Yeah, and then the corn. They have a lack of a nutrition, not sure which one. Maybe that is a lack of calcium. I will research that later. And then we plant some of the pineapples. We have like, that's 3 pieces of the big pineapple. Yeah, that's a very big and yellow pineapple, very sweet. And then we have some baby pineapples. We plant them down here. This one over there, and another one is there. They are very small, almost like an apple, but they are so super sweet. It's really nice. Yeah, also there are the pumpkins here. I showed you in the last video about these pumpkins. That's a ginger, by the way, down there. Jennifer planted that before. Yeah, and here down the washing area, where there's always a lot of water. You see the pumpkins here are much bigger. Can always see it. More water and they will grow faster. Look at over there. At the beginning we planted them all on the same day. Over here where it's a bit dry, they're just small. And here where it's always the water, much bigger. Yeah. And the tomato plants spread over here are also doing very nice. They're growing, not super big, but still slowly but surely. It's also a bit dark here. There are big banana leaves. We have a new bunch of bananas growing here. This one developed within the last maybe 5 or 7 days. Can cut the banana blossom soon. Another big bunch of bananas is there. So let's go over here to the beans. See, the pumpkins are now everywhere. They come until here, even until down there. They are unstoppable. Yeah. There are also some pumpkins that we planted here, but yeah, that's very hopeless. We will not harvest the pumpkin from here. I think that was just not the right type of pumpkin for this soil. It's the same thing with the corn and other plants. It just depends. It depends on the type of the seed. Also for the corn, here are different types of soil, and there are different types of species from the corn or the beans, and depending on what soil you have on your land, you have to choose which one you're going to plant. And we clean a bit down here, and we planted some jackfruit trees. We already planted this like 3 months ago. Yeah, but we lost them. We cannot see them anymore because here are a lot of stuff growing before, but now it's very clean and we find them. And yeah, we will put the wood so that we don't forget them. There's one, and over there's one. And then let's go up here back to the beans. Yeah, here we had the watermelon plant, and it just died for no reason. And here's the other one. It just looks like trash. I have no idea what's the problem with the watermelon. It's a curse. I think maybe next time I will just try spraying it, just like the people here recommend, buying a Roundup or some other chemicals and just spray it. And then here the beans that we planted, it's growing. I think it's almost done. That's a low type of bean. It just stay near the ground. Yeah, I planted different types of beans, but that is really the only one that's really doing well. Yeah, it's not even really doing well, but at least it's growing, and we're having a new beans from that we can plant. And you see it's a jungle of pumpkin plants. And yeah, there are a few pumpkins. Now look at that one. That one's very big. Another one here, and there are a few other down there. Then here, that is the snake hair cucumber. They have very nice flowers. Yeah, but they're growing so slowly and they're very weak. And you see the other cucumber, it just died. Yeah, but the tomato is doing well. That's all the native Filipino tomato that I planted in the first video, in the first survival gardening update. Yeah, this one is not growing. The shadow of the pumpkin plant is just too high. Maybe I will just get rid of that. So I think the reason why the pumpkin is growing so well, because you see, when they're growing, they develop roots, and so they can drink, and then they also make a shadow with their own leaves, so the soil would not totally dry out from the sun. So even the soil is very hard, they can still survive. There's a pumpkin. Yeah, there are many pumpkins here. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and then come back in the next survival gardening update.